In 2022, the world was caught off guard by a virus that many had never heard of, monkeypox. It spread rapidly, reaching countries far beyond its historical boundaries. But where did this virus come from? How did it evolve? And why is it causing concern even today? Welcome to our deep dive into the full and comprehensive history of monkeypox. From its discovery in the late 1950s to the current global spread of the dangerous Clade 1, we're about to uncover the story of a virus that refuses to be ignored. It all began in 1958, in a laboratory far removed from the jungles of Africa. Scientists observed a smallpox-like disease in monkeys, which led to the virus being named monkeypox. However, this was just the beginning of what would become a global health challenge. Monkeypox, now also referred to as Mpox, was first identified in 1958, when 2 outbreaks of a pox-like disease occurred in colonies of monkeys kept for research. Hence the name monkeypox. However, it is primarily a disease of animals, a zoonotic disease, with the natural reservoir thought to be small mammals like rodents, not monkeys. The first human case of monkeypox was recorded in 1970 in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, during a period of intensified efforts to eliminate smallpox. Since then, human cases have been reported sporadically across Central and West Africa, primarily in rural rainforest regions, where people have close contact with infected animals. Monkeypox virus is part of the orthopox virus genus, which also includes the variola virus, which causes smallpox. Unlike smallpox, which was eradicated globally by 1980, monkeypox remained endemic in some parts of Africa. After smallpox vaccination campaigns ended, there was a noticeable increase in monkeypox cases, particularly in the DRC. The smallpox vaccine also provided some cross-protection against monkeypox, and the cessation of vaccination likely contributed to the resurgence of monkeypox. The Democratic Republic of Congo has experienced the most significant number of cases and deaths since monkeypox was first identified in humans in 1970. From 1970 through the 1980s and 1990s, sporadic outbreaks in rural areas led to deaths. But comprehensive data for these years is scarce. Estimates suggest that thousands of cases occurred with several hundred deaths, especially considering the case fatality rate, CFR, for the Central African clade, Congo Basin clade, is approximately 10%. During this period, most cases were documented in Africa, but there were isolated incidents outside the continent. Notably, in 2003, the United States experienced its first outbreak of monkeypox. The outbreak was traced back to imported African rodents that had been housed with prairie dogs sold as pets. The 2003 outbreak in the US resulted in over 70 confirmed cases, but no deaths were reported. This event highlighted the potential for the virus to spread beyond Africa through international trade of exotic animals. In the 2010s, cases of monkeypox continued to be reported in Africa, particularly in the DRC, Nigeria and Cameroon. The Nigerian outbreak that began in 2017 was especially concerning due to the large number of cases and the spread to urban areas. This outbreak marked a significant resurgence of the virus in West Africa, a region that had seen fewer cases compared to Central Africa. Since 2017, Nigeria has been experiencing a significant outbreak. From 2017 to 2023, Nigeria reported over 500 confirmed cases and about 8 deaths. The outbreak primarily involved the West African clade, which has a lower case fatality rate, around 3%. During this time, the global health community began paying more attention to monkeypox due to its potential as an emerging infectious disease. The World Health Organization, WHO, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, increased surveillance efforts and issued guidelines for diagnosis, treatment, and prevention. In May 2022, monkeypox cases were identified in multiple countries where the disease is not endemic, including the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and several European countries. This marked the first time that widespread human-to-human transmission of monkeypox had been documented outside of Africa. The 2022 outbreak was primarily caused by the West African clade of the monkeypox virus, which has a lower fatality rate than the Central African Congo Basin clade. This outbreak was characterized by transmission through close contact, including sexual contact, particularly among men who have sex with men, MSM. It led to a significant increase in global cases, prompting the WHO to declare monkeypox a public health emergency of international concern, (PHEIC), in July 2022. The 2022 outbreak, which saw the virus spread to multiple non-endemic countries, resulted in over 80,000 confirmed cases globally by early 2023. The outbreak was centered in countries such as in the United States, over 30,000 cases, with around 30 deaths reported. In Brazil, over 10,000 cases with several deaths reported. In Spain, over 7,000 cases with 3-5 deaths. In the United Kingdom, over 3,500 cases with 1-2 deaths. Several European countries, Canada and others, reported cases, with a few deaths scattered across these regions. Vaccination efforts, primarily using the smallpox vaccine, which offers protection against monkeypox, were ramped up in affected countries, and public health campaigns aimed to raise awareness and reduce transmission. In 2023, a new clade of the monkeypox virus, referred to as Clade 1, began to emerge. This clade was identified as having some distinct genetic mutations compared to previous strains, and early evidence suggested that it might be more transmissible or have different clinical presentations. The first significant outbreak of Clade 1 occurred in early 2024, spreading rapidly in both endemic and non-endemic regions. The spread of Clade 1 was particularly concerning due to reports of more severe symptoms, including higher rates of complications such as encephalitis and secondary bacterial infections. This clade also appeared to affect a broader demographic, with more cases reported in children and immunocompromised individuals. By mid-2024, Clade 1 had led to a substantial increase in global cases, prompting renewed efforts to control the spread. Vaccination campaigns were intensified, and research into Clade 1's characteristics was prioritized. International health organizations, including the WHO, coordinated a global response, emphasizing the need for early detection, contact tracing, and community engagement to manage the outbreak. The 2024 outbreak of Clade 1 marked a significant chapter in the history of monkeypox, underscoring the virus's ability to evolve and pose ongoing public health challenges. Researchers and public health officials continue to monitor the situation closely, working to prevent further spread and mitigate the impact of this new clade. The latest outbreak involving Clade 1 is ongoing, and detailed numbers are still being compiled. Early reports suggest that the outbreak has led to a higher number of severe cases and deaths, particularly in Africa, Asia, and parts of Europe. The overall number of deaths is estimated to be in the low hundreds as of mid-2024, with the DRC, Nigeria, and several non-endemic countries being particularly affected. The history of monkeypox illustrates the challenges posed by zoonotic diseases, especially as global interconnectedness increases the risk of their spread. From its discovery in 1958 to the emergence of Clade 1 in 2024, monkeypox has evolved from a relatively obscure disease to a global public health concern. Ongoing surveillance, research, and public health interventions will be crucial in managing monkeypox and preventing future outbreaks. This information provides a general understanding of the disease, death tolls, and geographic spread of monkeypox across different outbreaks. However, it's important to note that some of these figures may not be exhaustive due to underreporting and differences in public health infrastructures across regions. From its origins in an African laboratory to its emergence as a global health threat, the story of monkeypox is far from over. It serves as a reminder of the complex and unpredictable nature of zoonotic diseases in our increasingly interconnected world. As we continue to battle this virus, staying informed and vigilant is key. If history has taught us anything, it's that understanding the past is crucial for protecting our future. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of monkeypox. If you found this video informative, please subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into global health issues.